Hello and welcome to a standing yoga class today. All of today's poses will be on your feet. We're not going to go down onto the mat. Starting at the front of your mat, hands at either side of your thighs, shoulders drop away from your ears, and you can take a nice deep inhale through your nose. And then exhale out of your mouth. We've got two more of these beautiful inhales. Inhaling through your nose, lifting through your spine, and then exhaling out of your mouth. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling out of your mouth. Bring one hand onto your chest and the other hand over your abdomen. Taking a nice deep inhale. Feel your chest and your belly rise. And exhaling, feeling your chest and your belly fall. Back down to either side and gently blinking your eyes open. Inhaling through your nose, semi-closing the back of your throat. As you exhale, coming into Ujjayi breathing. Gently drawing your pelvic floor upwards, drawing from the back of your body all the way in between your thighs up to your belly button, and then drawing your belly button into your spine. And then exhaling, releasing your belly button, releasing your pelvic floor. Taking a deep inhale, drawing your belly button all the way up into your spine, drawing your pelvic floor from the back of your body between your legs and up towards your belly. And then exhaling, releasing. One more of these. Inhaling, drawing your pelvic floor from the back of your body all the way between your thighs up to your belly button, and your belly button comes into your spine. Inhaling, sweeping your arms all the way up overhead and gently blinking your eyes open if you have them closed. Exhaling, arms come back to your thighs. Inhaling, sweeping your arms up overhead. Exhaling, hands come all the way back to your thighs. One more of these. Inhaling, sweeping your arms up overhead. Exhaling, bending your knees, bringing your hips slightly backwards into chair pose. Inhaling, arms sweep up, straighten your legs. Exhaling, bending your knees, bring your hips slightly backwards. Inhaling to standing. Exhaling, hands come all the way down towards the mat. We are folding forwards, lengthening your spine. Inhale, straight back. Maybe you've got your hands on your thighs, your shins. Maybe you can get your hands onto the floor. And exhale, relax back down again. Inhaling, tall spine, straight back. And exhale, folding forward to be nice and soft. Inhaling, sweeping your arms all the way up overhead. Right foot steps backwards. Big toes are pointing forwards. Hands are up in the air and you're bending your front knee, straightening your back leg into warrior two. Take a nice deep inhale here and then exhale. Open your body out to the right hand side. Right heel drops in, hands are parallel with the floor. Warrior two. Take a nice deep inhale. flips over so it points down towards the ground, and you're lifting through your left hip, lifting through your left arm. And then exhaling, hands come all the way back to your thighs, step forwards with your right foot. Inhaling, sweeping your arms up overhead. Exhaling, coming into that little chair pose. Inhaling, coming back up to standing. Exhaling, back into chair pose. Inhaling, back to standing. Exhaling, coming back into chair. Inhaling, left foot steps all the way backwards. Left toes are pointing forwards. You're bending your right knee. Left heel is drawing down. Hands are in the air. As you inhale, lift towards the ceiling, and exhale, open your body out to the side. Left heel drops in, and toes are pointing outwards. Shoulders are coming away from your ears. Hands are parallel with the floor. Inhaling, right hand sweeps all the way up towards the ceiling, opening the front of your body. Right hand flips over and is facing down towards the back of the mat. As you inhale and then exhale, hands come all the way back to your thighs, step forwards with your left foot. Inhaling, sweeping your arms up overhead, hands come into a prayer pose, bend your knees. Trying to rotate your shoulders so that they're at 90 degrees to your thighs. Left elbow, if you can get it into the outside of your right thigh, great. If not, maybe you've got one hand down and the other hand in a prayer pose in your chest. And then exhale, bring your arms all the way back, up overhead, straighten your legs out. Exhaling, hands come into a prayer pose, hips come backwards. Again, there are variations here. So if you want to take one hand down, you can do, just to help you have a little bit of stability so you can do that nice little twist. Inhaling, arms come up overhead, right foot steps backwards, left knee bends, right heel draws down towards the ground. Exhaling. From here we come into warrior two. Right foot turns outwards, right heel drops in, left foot is forwards, left knee is coming towards the front of the mat. Inhaling, lifting your left hand up to the ceiling, right hand to right thigh, left hand is down towards the ground. Reverse warrior. Left arm comes onto left thigh, right arm sweeps all the way forwards into extended side angle, opening out the right side of your body. Inhaling, sweeping your arms all the way up overhead, right foot steps forwards. From here, we're going to do these nice little prayer poses where we're going to twist. I'm going to start on the left hand side. So, a little prayer pose in a chair. We are going to make a little bit more of this as we go through. Inhaling, but you can always choose a variation. If things are not available to you, always choose a variation. Coming onto your right hand side. Inhaling, sweeping your arms up overhead, left foot steps backwards, left heel draws down, right knee bends. Warrior one, or high crescent lunge, let's call it. Turning your heel, left heel in, left toes outwards. Hips are now facing the side of the room, and we are in warrior two. Gaze is along your right hand. Flip your warrior, left hand down to left thigh, right hand sweeps up towards the ceiling, right hand is down towards the back of the mat. Inhaling, right hand comes onto your right thigh, left hand sweeps all the way forwards. And you're either looking down towards your big toe or up towards your thumb. Sweeping your back arm all the way back and forwards again. Arms sweep up overhead, hands come into a prayer pose. You can either do chair, you can do a rotated chair, or you can follow me in the next one. So from here, coming over onto the right hand side. And from here, you're going to ground your right foot and try and balance on your right leg. Big toe down, little toe down, and I'm really squeezing everything I can to get this nice rotation in. And then bring the left leg all the way back down. Sweep your arms up overhead. Exhaling, hands into a prayer pose. Right elbow comes into left thigh. And from here, you're going to lift your right foot up. So tripod of the foot. Heel, big toe, little toe. Lift your right leg up. Maybe you can point it back. Maybe this is too much for your balance at this point in time. Right foot comes all the way down. We sweep the arms all the way up overhead. Step back with your right foot. High crescent lunge, open out your chest, elbows draw to either side. Open out into warrior two. We reverse the warrior. Exhaling, left elbow to left thigh, right arm sweeps up overhead into extended side angle. Looking towards the ground, left hand maybe can touch the ground here. Maybe you can get your hand all the way flat. If you can't, grab a block, place it underneath your hand. Opening your body out. Looking up towards your thumb or down towards the big toe. Sweeping that back arm all the way up and forwards. Stepping forwards with your right foot. Hands come into a prayer. I'm going to rotate over to the left side. From here, we're going to try and come into that balance. Big toe, little toe here. Lift your right leg all the way up. If you got that balance, right foot comes down. Sweeping your arms up overhead. Hands come into a prayer pose. Rotating to the right hand side. Pressing into your hands. Pressing your left arm into your right thigh. Trying to keep that balance. I can't really change my gaze very easily in this position, but I'll try. Left foot comes all the way down, sweeping your arms up overhead. We've got the left side to go. Left foot comes back, nice high crescent lunge. Open out your chest, bend your elbows. Maybe get a little bit of back bend going for you if it feels like it's good. From here, we open out into warrior two. Left heel drops in, left toes are pointed outwards. Hands at shoulder height. Exhaling, left hand to left thigh. Right hand reaches up towards the ceiling, palm is flat. Inhaling, right hand comes onto your right knee, left arm sweeps up overhead. Take a moment here to take a nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, maybe you can get a little bit deeper. So if you need a brick, go for a brick. Maybe you can come onto your fingertips, maybe you can come onto your hands. From here, we're coming all the way back up. Squeeze through your legs, really use your legs to do that movement. Arms sweep up overhead, exhaling, coming back into a standing position. We'll work into a few balances and then we might try going into half moon today. Starting on your right foot, big toe, little toe and heel are really grounded and have a bend in your right leg. Draw your right knee all the way up towards your hips and try and keep your hips fairly level in this position. From here, you're going to take your left foot onto the inside of your right calf and turn your left knee outwards. Squeeze your left glute to really open your hips. I always think about peeling open my hips at the front and squeezing them closed at the back. If you want to, you can try and squeeze your thigh a little bit harder and draw your foot slightly higher up. If you're like me and you need a little bit of help, you can also hold onto your foot and draw it slightly higher onto the inside of the thigh. And I'm clamping my thighs together. Right left thigh is coming inwards, left foot is pressing inwards. So I'm squeezing my hips together to create this balance. Arms can come up overhead. Nice little balance for the day. Draw your hands all the way back down to your hips. Left foot comes down to the ground. So we go through the same sequence on the right hand side. Right foot comes up. Maybe you can get it onto the inside of your calf. Maybe from here you can bring it all the way up onto the inside of your thigh. Not so good at this one. So maybe you need to give yourself a little bit of a hand, but we really are thinking about opening out your thighs. If you've got any pain in your knee, please be gentle with your body. This is not an episode of how much I can damage your body. It's listening to your body, working out what works for you. Maybe you can bring your arms up overhead. Full tree pose, squeezing your bum, pressing your legs together. And then exhaling. Bring your hands all the way back down. Bring your foot all the way back down to the ground. We're going to go through the sequence that we started with, where I go back into high crescent lunge and then warriors. And then we'll try half moon. So you're going to inhale, arms up overhead, right foot steps backwards. Right heel draws down, left knee bends. Open out to the side into warrior two. Right heel draws down, right toes are pointing outwards, opening out your hips. From here we reverse the warrior. Right hand to right thigh, left hand is overhead, palm facing towards the back of the mat. Left hand comes onto your left thigh, our right hand sweeps all the way forwards, opening out the side of your body. I like to do a little reminder there because that one closes off quite quickly in me. Left hand comes down towards the ground, right hand sweeps up. It's another opportunity to remind your hips and your ribcage where we want them to be. From here, look down towards your left hand, and maybe you've got a brick in front of you. Maybe you're quite happy coming forwards. Remember, tripod of the foot, heel, big toe, little toe. Left hand can come out towards the left side of the mat. And you're lifting your right leg up, lifting your right hand up towards the ceiling. And try not to sink in this position. So try not to sink into your hand. Try and lift through your abdomen and through your core so that you have this lovely position where you're using your abdominal muscles to maintain this hold. Right foot then comes all the way down, inhaling, sweeping your arms up overhead. We've got the other side to go. Left foot comes backwards, left heel draws down. From here we're opening out into high crescent lunge, bending your right knee. Closing your left foot, left heel draws down, left toes are facing outwards. Arms come up to shoulder height. We reverse the warrior. And then exhaling, right hand comes onto your right thigh, a left hand comes all the way forwards. Extended side angle. Maybe you can come down onto a brick, maybe onto your fingertips, maybe onto your hand, opening your rib cage out. Look down towards your big toe, right hand comes underneath your right shoulder, and you're lifting upwards with your left foot. You might find drifting your hand over the right side of the mat towards the top right corner quite helpful here. And again, we're opening out your body as much as possible towards the left side. So drawing your rib cage backwards and upwards towards the ceiling. And then from here, left foot comes all the way down. We sweep your arm up overhead. Exhaling, hands come down to either side. So we've now gone into half moon. I'm going to try another balance with you, and we'll see if we can do revolved half moon. Hands come up towards the ceiling. You're going to sit down into chair pose. Place your hands in a prayer and twist over to your right hand side. Left elbow is in your right thigh, and you're pressing outwards slightly with your right thigh and pressing inwards slightly with your left elbow. Slowly balance on one foot, draw your left foot all the way up, and then try and glide that left leg towards the back of your mat, slowly and gently touching down onto the mat. So it's that touchdown where I think, oh, I'm gonna end up on my face. Okay, from here, left hand comes down underneath your left shoulder, lift your left foot up. Right hand, there we go, that was it. Right hand comes up towards the ceiling. And we're trying to open your body out to the right hand side. Really squeezing with everything I've got. Exhaling, left foot comes down. Inhaling, arms overhead. Exhaling, hands back to your thighs. We've got the other side to go, I'm afraid. Inhaling, sweeping your arms up overhead. Exhaling, coming into chair pose. Hands in a prayer. Rotating over to the left side of your mat. Pressing your left thigh outwards and your right elbow inwards. Balancing on your left foot, heel, big toe, little toe. Drawing your right foot up into the air. And then slowly balancing and sending your right heel towards the back of the mat. Touching down. Lovely little rotation here. Right hand comes down towards the ground. Left hand comes up towards the ceiling. Right foot comes into the air. And then you can work on that beautiful rotation. Really lovely rotation of your spine, lifting through your hips, lifting through your abdomen as well. Exhaling, right foot comes all the way down, inhaling, arms sweep up overhead, exhaling, hands come all the way down to your thighs. And from here, we're going to take a nice little breath pose, taking a nice deep inhale, and exhale. Thank you very much for joining me for this very little whippy, started slow, ended quick yoga session.